Another group, Northern Nigerians Movement for Asiwaju, has congratulated the president-elect on his victory in the just concluded presidential election. The group also commended the Plateau State Governor and Director General Tinubu Shettima Presidential Campaign Organization, Simon Lalong, for his commitment in ensuring the victory of Bola Tinubu against all odds. The group, in a statement issued by its national coordinator, Mohammed Atahiru in Abuja, said the victory of Asiwaju Tinubu shows that the president-elect remains the preferred choice of Nigerians. Mr. Atahiru expressed optimism that the emergence of Bola Tinubu as Nigeria's next president signifies dawn of renewed hope, prosperity, and rapid transformation for the country. Thousands of women from Kogi Central Senatorial District expressed their gratitude to voters for turning out to vote for candidates of the APC in the just concluded presidential and National Assembly election. While thanking Kogi residents and Governor Yahaya Bello for the peaceful conduct of the election, the women said the thank you road walk became necessary to show their support for the governor for recognizing them. Led by notable women professionals in the district, the Kogi Central women began the walk from Okene Local Government Secretariat, chanting thank you and victory songs as they marched through the streets. Kogi State Coordinator of the APC Professional Women Council, Rekiat Onaivo, challenged Kogi women to replicate their last outing by supporting APC candidates in the State House of Assembly election on Saturday.
I will encourage him not to forget the women of the state because Alhaji Yahaya Bello has given them voices. It is unprecedented. It has never been like this in the history of the state, not even in the country. The women now have voices in governance.
To advise my fellow women to rally round the present governor, Alhaji Yahaya Bello, because he has really done enough for us. He has done a lot. He has bring empowerment to women in the state. And bringing empowerment to women, you know, is very essential in the health and social development of the families, society, and the nation.
We are looking forward to advocating and working with our senator-elect to see how we can do a lot more than what we've done, what we've been doing in terms of looking at what belongs to Kogi State, in terms of the national purse, in terms of policy, in terms of all that is concerned to bring wealth creation to Kogi State.
We are thanking the women for the way they came out en masse to elect all the APC candidates in the last election, starting from our president, senator, and House of Rep. We're also telling them to please continue to start by the fact. The fact is voting a credible candidate.
The People's Forum in Abuja has asked all aggrieved presidential candidates in last week's election to seek redress in court and refrain from heating up the polity with their utterances. The group insists that national interests should be placed above partisan and other primordial considerations. They say the actions and inactions of political actors is already heating up the polity. They are calling on politicians and their parties to stop supporters from acts of violence and other targeted attacks that will affect the peace and unity of the country.
We at the People's Forum, Abuja, are asking any presidential candidate or political party who has misgivings about the conduct and process of the election to seek legal redress and eschew violence. Let me stay here that there must be winners and losers. Any attempt to reject the outcome of the election will be cruel attack on the country's democracy and will be regarded as unacceptable and inimical to democratic process. I wish to appeal to Nigerians to strictly accept the outcome of this year's elections for the survival of democracy in Nigeria.
Ahead Saturday's governorship and state houses of assembly election across the country, the New Nigeria People's Party is asking its members to stay focused, campaign vigorously to ensure that the party wins a sweeping victory. The party says it is not in any alliance with any political party in Saturday's election. According to a statement by the NNPP National Publicity Secretary, Agbo Major, party members and candidates at all levels are not authorized to discuss, negotiate, or form any alliance with any political party for the purpose of winning the upcoming governorship and legislative poll. Mr. Major said anyone who endorses a candidate of another political party will be sanctioned in line with the NNPP's constitution, ranging from suspension from the party and possibly expulsion. Barely a few days to the governorship and state assembly election, the leadership of Labour Party in Oyo State has declared that it is collapsing its structure to work for the second-term bid of Governor Seyi Makinde of Oyo State in the forthcoming election. While briefing journalists after the event, the state party's chairman, Atayase Sadiq, said the decision was made after a comprehensive discussion with members of the party across the state's 33 local government areas. The chairman noted that the last presidential election was keenly contested by the three major parties in the country, and the result of the election, as announced by INEC, shows that Labour Party is a force to reckon with. However, he added that the scorecard presented by the present administration has shown that the governor is concerned about the well-being of the populace.
Going by the result of the last presidential elections and the political realities of our state, it is obvious that no party candidate can win the coming gubernatorial election alone. However, winning the election by a candidate should not be the topmost consideration. The main priority should be to ensure that the people, the citizens, win through election of candidates that best serve their collective interest. Against this backdrop, the right thing to do is for parties and their candidates to come together and forge alliance with party candidates of like ideology. In that light, our party has decided to work harmoniously with the party candidates whose ideology tallies with ours in terms of security of life and properties, infrastructural development, agriculture and food security, education and human capital development, job creation through agriculture and industry, financial independence of the state, and economic well-being of the people, among others.
And in a similar move, candidate of the Labour Party in Adamawa State, Umar Madawaki, has stepped down for Senator Aishatu Binani and collapsed all his structure to the APC for the APC candidate. Speaking at a press conference in Yola, the Labour Party governorship candidate directed all his supporters across the 21 local governments of the state to come out in their numbers and vote for the APC governorship candidate. In her remark, the APC candidate, Aishatu Dahiru, described the decision of the Labour Party candidate as a welcome development.
From my early days in the APC leading up to the party primaries in the last quarter of the 2023, which became worse when I moved into the Labour Party, and the possibility of going into the governorship election without the cover of a political platform, I have decided to put my political ambition momentarily on hold and fully support the gubernatorial ambition of an aspiration of distinguished Senator Aishatu Ahmed Binani of the All Progressive Party. These are ideals that I personally align with. That is why I am calling on all my supporters and followers all over Adamawa State to come out on Saturday, 11th of March, and vote for distinguished Senator Aishatu Ahmed Binani.
It has always been my desire for this, my brother, my uncle, to join me and support me in actualizing my ambition. And today is a dream come true.
And staying with Adamawa State, where controversies have continued to trail the recent suspension of activities of local and foreign non-governmental organizations in the state by Governor Ahmadu Fintiri ahead of Saturday's governorship polls. The governorship candidate of the Social Democratic Party, Umaru Ado, and a People's Redemption Party senatorial candidate have advised Governor Fintiri to lift the suspension in the spirit of fair play. They argued that the action of the governor threatens democracy with negative consequence on the electorate.
Well, it's a very sad development in the sense that the NGOs have been doing a whole lot of good to our communities, some goods that the state government have not been able to do. So over the period of time, because the NGOs do more than the state governments, the NGOs are exerting and getting more influence in communities than the state government.
The role the NGOs are playing positively in the lives of our people. For us to wake up one day and hear that the governor banned the activities of NGOs in the entire state is something that is very hard for us to take honestly. A lot of people fail to understand the reasons behind that behavior or that decision. And the government refused or failed to elaborate on the reasons why they have done that, why they have taken that decision.
The governor acted based on the kind of security report that has been brought to him. And anybody that says otherwise is on a need-to-know basis. These NGOs have abandoned their core mandate of humanitarian interventions and have turned themselves into vote canvassers for certain political parties and for certain candidates.